Yo, what up? It's AaroniMoses. How to use angels in psychic warfare for psychic attacks and to manifest. Basically, I'm going to explain it like this. You're basically getting paid to snitch on somebody, to an angel. Now, this works for everybody. This works for Satanists. This works for Christians, Wiccans, those who never worked with angels before. This works for everybody. All right, so now the first thing that you need to understand is how this works. This works only for someone who is a Christian. Your target has to be a Christian, right? And the reason that it works is because what? The wages of sin is death. All right, it says that in the Bible. Wages of sin is death. Now, number one, you have to make sure that this person is a Christian. They accepted Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. Number two, you have to know their first name, their last name, and their birthday. I'm going to give you the process. The one thing, I'm going to give you a couple pros and cons first. The first pro is if this person is magically inclined, it will be harder to track who psychically attacked them because you're not doing it. The angel's doing it. Number two, you don't have to have a lot of intention. You don't have to have a lot of emotion for this ritual to work. You just, when you write your petition, you just have to have strong words and a reasonable request, and you also should not be lying. Okay? So first, pick your angel. Now for Michael, somebody told me, I've already done this, but I was told not to tell which angel that I worked with. Michael will give you protection. Okay? Now, if you wanted to use somebody like Raphael for money, for example, you could say, okay, I want $5,000 in exchange for this person's name who's doing all this. So you say Beth is, Beth's a sinner. She steals, she lies, she cheats on her husband, she neglects her children, she does all these things, she's greedy, all those things. And Beth is saved. She's a Christian, she never repents, she doesn't do the Lord's work, all those things, right? So, okay, I'm gonna tell you, con is if it doesn't work, if they don't want to do it, if they reject it, it could backfire. Another con is the angel is going to hover around you for either a couple days or until they give you what you're asking for. Another con is if they're not satisfied, it could also backfire on you. Now, the first thing that you need to do is you need to take a piece of paper. You need to write their sigil on one side of the paper, okay? Under it, you need to write the symbol for their name, okay? The symbol for their name, which those two things shouldn't be hard to find at all. Now, on the back of that paper, this is where you write the things that you want in a certain amount of time, $5,000 in 2 months. And then under that, you have to write everything this person's doing, all the sin they committed, okay? And angels don't take offerings, so for Michael, you would get a red candle, some lavender, get some lavender incense. They don't take alcohol, oil, anything like that, like the other deities that I work with will take. But you burning those things and showing your respect, speaking respectfully, but with conviction at the same time. Now the only thing is, like I said at the beginning, if this person is a Christian and Jesus Christ is their Lord and Savior, you really shouldn't, you really don't do this on your cousin, your nephew, your sister, nobody that you would care about dying, because that's the most extreme thing that can happen. That's the most extreme thing that can happen. Okay, and if you are a Christian and you're doing this, You need to be repenting every day until you get the thing that you want. Okay? Because you definitely don't want anything to happen. Now, of course, the normal principles of these types of workings. Don't tell everybody what you did. Don't tell everybody what you did. If you don't, of course, if you are, let's say, a pagan or a Satanist or something, I wouldn't be going to Archangel Michael asking him for protection in exchange for this person getting hurt. Okay. Um, I forget the most important thing is when they get, you don't say the person's name because that's the whole deal. You go to the angel and you're like, I know someone who's doing this. I'm not gonna tell you their name yet, but I know who it is. After you give me what I want, after you give me my $5,000 in 2 months, then I'll tell you their name, birthday, all of that. Okay? So when you go into this ritual, you have to void yourself of their name. You don't think it. Don't think anything about them. Okay? Just think about what you want. Think about making number one, think about invoking this not invoking, evoking this angel, summoning this angel to your surroundings. Okay? So I'm gonna repeat the steps again. So you find the person that you want to do this to. You know, if you can actually speak to them and ask them about the last time they repented and when the next time they plan on repenting is, that's better. But if you can't, that's fine too. Okay? So you take your piece of paper, write their sigil on it as big as possible. Under it, write their name, the symbol for their name in Enochian or the symbol for their name, which is, it shouldn't be hard. And it should be different than the actual sigil. On the back of that paper, write your petition, write what you want specifically, very detailed, just like you would do for the universe. Write what you want. $5,000. No one gets hurt for this. None of my loved ones are harmed. No one I know is harmed. I want it in cash. I want it in my bank account. I want these opportunities. Whatever it is. Very plain English. A lot of details, but plain English. Okay, don't be vague. And after, write the description of the person and the circumstances and why they should be punished. Write the different sins that they committed. Adultery, greed, they gossip. You know, they hurt their children. They disrespect their parents. If you have to do all the research you can on all the, you don't have to write the scriptures and all of that, but knowing these specific words, greed, sloth, lust, adultery, fornication, things like that, then go from there. Go from there. Just know that this angel will be around you. So you try to keep it straight. You know, when I do any kind of rituals myself, I don't steal, I don't lie, I don't steal, lie, cheat, anything like that anyway already in my life. But definitely you're gonna feel it's gonna feel like the angel's gonna go away immediately after this. No, they're gonna be floating around watching you like Santa Claus or something like that. What's up, Katarina? What's up, everybody? I was just trying to get all the information out. Perry, Brittany, Shiloh, Kimberly, Andreas, Alexis, Rebecca, Lori, Jerker, Tish, Rashila. That's a pretty cool name. Me, Andre, Michelle, Jennifer. What's up, Joe? Akira, Janet. I saw Josh in here. He popped out. Norani, Nikki, Natalie, Ruby, Sade, Nicole, Adam. There's a lot of people. There was a lot of people at some point. But that's really all you need to do. Just make sure you stay righteous yourself. What's up, Jenny? Make sure you stay righteous yourself until you get what you want. And as soon as you know, because you're gonna get the energy. I said it right too. That's what I do. You're gonna You said, cuz you a pastor now? What you over there talking about? Nah, man, I'm just trying to help the people, trying to get back to the people, man. That's all I do. That's all I do. But make sure you stay righteous yourself. Because the energy is gonna go away. When you get the thing, when you get what you asked for, I usually don't like to put times on it, but I got exact. It worked. It worked for me in a month, in less than a month. I think it worked in like 2 weeks. And as soon as you get the thing, as soon as you secured it, as soon as you secured the bag, then say the person's name. Not when you think. Not when you think you got it. Not when you think everything worked. When you know for sure. If you're trying to manifest a house, if you ask Michael for a house, don't say the person's name until you are in that house, until you sign the lease or the deed or whatever it is, until it's secure. Okay? Then you say the person's name. Scream it. Scream it. Um, that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. Again, if this person, just like I already said, the wages of sin is death. So the most extreme thing that can happen to the person that you're psychically attacking is them dying. So just make sure that nobody that you love is going to be affected by this person dying, possibly, and that you wouldn't feel any remorse. Simplest way. Simplest thing to do. Now, I'm not going to go live until Wednesday. I got a surprise for you guys. I'm pretty excited myself. But somebody broke my tripod, so I gotta set up. I gotta rig something real quick. I'm gonna have to cut the bottom of a can out or something. I don't know. I don't. And I just got that. Only used it once. I only used it once. I only used it once. I was like, "Hey, you buying me a new tripod, right there?" Oh, I broke it. You shouldn't have put it in front of the TV. I'm like, you didn't even have to move it. You only watched TV for 1 hour and went to work. Why did you have to touch it? We watched TV with that tripod in front of the TV for like 2 hours and didn't move it. Breaking my stuff. See, Tauruses, break your stuff. Break your stuff. Mm, mm, mm. It's cool though, man. But that's it, guys. Let me know how it works. Again, watch this video over and over and over. You can't just do it. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. Um, I'm pretty sure Michael would do anything because he likes attention. I don't think he would reject. I mean, depending on, and then I mean another thing I forgot to add is the more like if you know this person is like a serial rapist or something, that's you could get a lot more than somebody who just steals from Walmart or steals from their job and lies about it. Okay, the more that the person is doing and they're a Christian, the more you can get. But yeah, that's it, man. Aaron Moses, that weekly water, man. Have a good whatever day it is, Monday.